Hi guys, welcome back to our very last lesson in chapter 9. We are on lesson 13 and it is on page 689. 689. This is called subtraction with renaming. Sometimes the fraction in the first mixed number is less than the fraction in the second mixed number. In this case, rename the first mixed number. Okay, so it says a black sea cucumber has an average length of 2 feet. A spotted sea cucumber has an average length of 1 1/3 feet. How much longer is the average black sea cucumber than the average spotted sea cucumber? So, we are first going to subtract, or we're going to estimate what our answer is going to be. 2 minus 1, so 1/3-ish is really close to 0, so it's like saying 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So you cannot subtract 1/3 from 0/3. So if this is 2 and 0/3, we can't do that. So what we have to do is create a new whole number. So what is equivalent to 2 that could have a denominator of 3? This is kind of tricky. So we can break this up as 1 whole and 3/3. So 3/3 is a whole, right? But if we need to have the denominator of 3, then this is what we're going to make it look like, 1 3/3. Okay, now we can subtract minus 1 1/3. 1 3/3. So first we subtract our big numbers, 1 minus 1, and it's 0. And then we subtract our numerators. So bring over the denominator, and the numerator is 3 minus 1. So we get 2/3. All right, this is what we're going to be doing. I'm trying to think of like an easier way to explain it. The answer here is 2/3. In example 2, we have 4 1/4 minus 2 5/8. So in this case, we need to figure out how we can have a like denominator here. And I'm looking at this 8 because I know I can multiply 4 by something to get to 8. So I'm going to leave the 2 5/8 the same, but I'm going to figure out what do I need to do to multiply, what do I need to multiply 4 by? And it's going to be 2. So we're going to have 4 2/8. So in this case, we have 4 2/8 minus 2 5/8. And that is just not going to work, right? Because look, we have a bigger mixed number, so we know that this is the bigger number, but we can't subtract 5 from 2. It's just not possible. So what we need to do is we need to break this 4 up. We're going to break the 4 up into 8/8 and 3. So 3 plus 8/8, and that's going to equal 4. And then we're going to add this 8/8 to the 2, and so we're going to add it like this. So we have 8 plus 2 equals 10, and then the denominator is 8. And now we have 3 10/8 as the number that we're working with. When we rename it, we can just subtract as usual. So 3 10/8 minus 2 5/8. That is so much easier. 3 minus 2 is 1. 10 minus 5 is 5. And then we can just slide over the 8. So we have 1 5/8. All right, let's do the guided practice together. estimate, then subtract. So we have 5 2/5 minus 3 4/5. But this isn't going to work because look, we cannot take 4 from 2. If we only have 2, we cannot take 4 from it. So we got to turn to this 5. We need to break it apart. We're going to turn this 5 into 4 5/5. So we're going to take the 5/5 part and add it to the 2/5. When we do that, we have 7/5. So this becomes 4 7/5 minus 3 4/5. Then we subtract our big numbers. 4 minus 3 is 1. Then we bring over our denominator of 5. And then we subtract 7 minus 4 and we get 3. Our final answer is 1 3/5. Today we're going to be working on the the independent practice problems on page 691. Let me know if you have any questions.